going on? Catch us on Wylion Mofo, Reel Dumbshit, and Redacted Shunt for the Twitter. On YouTube and on Facebook it's official Wylion. Instagram is Wylion Official, and Mixcloud is Wylion RDS for all that dumb shit.
The Kenneth and Ryu are back! What's going on, people? This is Reel Dumbshit. My name is Redacted. His name is...
Shunt.
Sup?
I'm good.
Sup?
I'm good, we're back.
Let me see your war face!
It's my war face, bro. Why is this war? We're chatting, we're talking. It's negotiation face, bro.
There's no such thing as negotiation.
There is negotiator.
Face.
Have you seen The Negotiator?
Yes.
Exactly. Sam Jackson looking at the building, asking you what you want. That's negotiation face.
War face, bro. War face.
Imagine it was Kevin Spacey. It's a tall order. Tall order of what you want, sir. Boom. So, what's going on?
What's up?
New theme tune?
Yeah.
New theme tune? Yeah.
It's a bit mental.
Bit mad.
I like it.
But a lot of promises were made there. Katsu Chicken, I don't know what that was about. It was written down. I rapped it or shouted it out. They put it into the studio, and now it's Katsu Chicken, and yeah. I mean, we do eat it a lot, but
Yes.
I'm not too sure of the relevance of the show, because this is the first time, for my knowledge, that Katsu Chicken is actually mentioned in a formal process.
In a what?
Formal process.
Oh, I thought you said protest.
No, I'm never protesting against Katsu Chicken.
Yeah, I know, that's why I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, no.
I don't know. Yeah.
So Katsu Chicken, panko breadcrumbs, chicken breast, curry sauce, rice. Can't go wrong.
Yeah, that's probably why it's there.
Yeah, definitely. No, cool. And also Margot Robbie and Idris Elba. I mean, I thought that was a bit of a stretch, really.
Why?
Margot Robbie, the only thing that she's really doing right now is Birds of Prey, a film in which...
lots of things.
Really?
Yes.
She ain't in Marvel.
So
she ain't doing that.
What, so just because she's not doing a Marvel film, she's not doing lots of things?
Yeah.
That's just...
No, I stand by my statement. That's
silly talk, bruv. Silly talk.
I mean, Idris Elba, Bionic Brixton.
It's not Bionic Brixton.
It is, bro.
Look, you can call him that if you want, but he's not Bionic.
They call him bio-engineered, which means he is bionic.
No, I disagree.
Bionic.
I'm disagreeing.
Bionic Brixton, aka Black Superman, which I find quite funny because he's going up against a version of Black Adam. See? That's as funny as that film is, bro.
Is it?
Yeah, it's depressing.
No.
Hobbs and Shaw is not going to work, bro.
You are going to be wrong again.
I'm not. I'm never wrong.
You are. You're wrong about Venom.
No, I
I
wasn't.
Yes,
no,
you
I
did.
wasn't. You said it's going to suck and it's going to bomb, and I said
did
no, it's
suck.
going to do well.
It sucked the balls.
And then you said it's going to be better than Aquaman, or Aquaman's going to be better than Venom.
And it was.
It wasn't.
Aquaman is better than Venom.
Yeah, isn't it?
You haven't even seen Aquaman, so shut up.
Exactly. I refuse to watch it. I refuse to watch it.
You made the mistake. You watched the wrong film.
No.
Yeah.
No. I haven't watched the wrong film.
You did watch the wrong film.
Yeah.
You've seen Venom and you haven't seen Aquaman. Aquaman's better than Venom.
It's debatable.
It's not debatable. It's a fact.
Both are trash films.
Objectively true.
Ironically, people hated Captain Marvel, but Captain Marvel is better than Aquaman.
People don't hate Captain Marvel.
Well, they think it's the worst out of the bunch. And even that, Marvel's worst, like arguably, Marvel's worst is better at this point than DC Comics' current best.
Which is that?
Yeah.
It's still good though.
Yeah. I mean, Aquaman was a stretch anyway. Aquaman. I mean, apparently Johnny Depp's looking to get Amanda Heard fired from Aquaman. Well, you tried to. You hear about that?
What, specifically fired?
Yeah.
Like he actually wanted her fired?
Yeah.
It wasn't just like... I don't know.
Yeah, there's no mix-up.
Yeah,
You have to get mix-up.
He had proof of whatever.
Oh yeah, of domestic abuse and violence and nonsense like that.
Well, you know, if it was the other way around, you know, he would be fired. Most probably.
I doubt it.
No, of course he would.
No, it's like you can't get fired for stuff that's happened outside of work.
Well, you can because
unless it involves what you're doing work-wise.
No, it doesn't have to have anything to do with work.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't. As long as you're bringing the name of your company or your project into disrepute.
Are you really?
That's grounds for being fired.
But then saying that, as horrible as it sounds in regards to kudos, do you get points for hitting Johnny Depp, or do you get points for hitting Amanda Heard?
None. All domestic abuse is bad.
That's on paper, but let's talk morally. Who deserves the points more?
Morally, all domestic abuse is bad.
No, come on, Redacted.
Huh?
Come on, Redacted.
What?
There is an answer here. Who
deserves? There isn't even a question here.
Who deserves the box more? Like, if you had to hit two people in this world, one was Amanda Heard, and you were gender neutral, so you don't have to worry about that shit. Gender neutral, Amanda Heard, and
none.
Johnny Depp.
None.
Choose.
None of those.
Choose one.
None of those. They're not even on my radar. Like, what have they?
Nah, I mean, really, Johnny, really, Johnny's not on your radar at all.
No, he is. Like, look, I know who he is.
Yeah.
I know. I'm aware of films.
And Amanda Heard isn't on your radar.
Not really. Like, for what? Like, what possible reason would I have for wanting to hit or harm any of them?
I mean, gender neutral, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm gender neutral.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Amanda Heard's kind of whiny, and Johnny Depp's.
That doesn't affect me.
No. And Johnny Depp's kind of.
I don't live with her. Like, if I lived with her, then maybe you could ask me, do I want
Alright.
to box her?
Alright. So if you lived with Amanda Heard,
but I don't know what she's like,
and she got you trapped in Australia, with two dogs, does she deserve a box?
No, because I want to brought the
gender
dogs.
Neutral.
I want to brought the dogs.
You want to brought the dogs?
No. I've been like, bitch, them dogs stay
And then
home.
after, like, you had to apologise to Australia?
I would never have apologised to Australia. That's just not in my DNA.
In order to be freed.
They weren't locked up.
They were, bruv.
They weren't locked up.
They were.
No, they weren't.
They weren't allowed to leave Australia.
No, they sent
until they apologised.
They sent an apology from home. They were home when they sent that apology.
I suppose.
Exactly. They sent an apology after it was all over. I wouldn't have been apologised. It's over. I'm gone. Like, fuck you. What are you gonna say? Oh, Johnny Depp's not allowed in your country. Like, fuck off. Of course he's gonna be allowed back in the country.
Because they take that shit. No, because they take that shit seriously.
You're trying to say you don't want Johnny Depp and his entourage coming in your country spending money. That's stupidness.
Yeah, because you've got...
That's stupidness. You're trying to say you don't want Redacted coming in your country dropping bills. Fuck you, bruv.
No. They would literally ban you.
Huh?
I mean, they banned... Who did they ban? They banned a famous rapper. There was a rapper. There was a rapper that got banned recently. I think it might either be Lil Wayne or 2 Chainz. Can't remember.
Just making shit up now.
No. It happened recently. They are quite strict in regards to their visas and all that stuff, so it's a bit of a mad one. I mean, but in regards to Johnny Depp and Amanda Heard, gender neutral. Gender neutral. Gender neutral, right? So I'm neutralising my gender.
Yeah.
Just based on annoyance.
Yeah. Also, that's not a thing, but yeah. Go ahead.
It is gender neutral.
That's not how you use that.
I'm not justifying, as a man, hitting Amanda Heard. But if my mate,
gender neutral.
No, but this is what I'm saying. As if my mate, right, was in Australia, decided to smuggle their dogs and then get me into a whole heap of shit, I will not be best pleased, and on that reason, she gets the box.
Yeah, but you're trying to say he didn't know what was going on before the plane left. He didn't notice that there were 2 dogs on his plane. Exactly. Exactly. So at that point, you are complicit in what happened. So you can't be dishing out slaps.
But it depends.
For something maybe you was aware of when you left your country.
But maybe the dogs were Johnny's. This is another thing. Whoever did it deserved the box. Whoever wanted Captain Tiggles.
They were both involved.
Whoever wanted Captain Tiggles on the plane.
No, to be honest, they're probably just as bad as each other.
Yeah, they weren't a good match.
No, you
I mean, ironically, his first marriage seemed a lot more successful than this marriage. But then I don't know the ins and outs of that marriage because it's before the age of social media and stuff. But then saying that, it's like, I don't know. That pretty much ruined their marriage.
What, the dog thing?
Their dog thing, I reckon.
No, probably being horrible human beings.
That as well. But then, is there such thing as a unhappy divorce? I don't think so.
As an unhappy divorce?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
There's lots of things.
There's a bitter divorce.
There's lots of things during the divorce process that will make you unhappy.
But once you're away from that person, you're happy, right?
Yeah, but it might not be just about getting away from a person.
Yeah, I suppose.
And they could draw it out and take your shit, and they want to take shit that you want, and you don't want to give up your... You know, there's different stuff.
Speaking of which, Gemini Man. Finally got the first trailer, bruv.
Yeah. Well, who's running the show, bruv?
Well, it's 50. It's a 50-50 process right now.
Since when?
Every zero is a 50-50 process.
Since when?
Since 40.
Since you made shit up.
No. This is the way.
Ah, go on.
Gemini Man.
Yeah.
Gemini Man.
Yeah, what about it?
What about it?
Yeah, what about it?
Yeah. Will Smith plays himself.
Yeah.
Trying to kill himself.
Sort of, yeah.
No, exactly. Just the dialogue alone is setting off red flags for me.
I mean, it was alright.
Oh.
It was fine until I heard one line.
Yeah. And we both know what that line is, right? They made a person from another person.
Yeah, that's just weird.
It's the same thing with, what is this, some kind of Suicide Squad?
I feel like this is worse. This is actually worse. The Suicide Squad line is obvious, it's played out, and it's dumb.
Mm-hmm. But often the time it is necessary to establish the vein of what your purpose of title is. If it's
sometimes,
a high concept.
But no, not in this case, I don't believe.
Yeah, good.
But it's like this people out of other people thing. It's I don't know, not juvenile. It's naive, I guess. Like it's like it was written in a time where people are not aware of
cloning,
clones, or cloning basically, because it's literally you're not aware of cloning. That's why you're saying you're making people out of other people. It's like, I don't know. Like, I can't even say like this was a line that the writer put in because he couldn't remember the word clone. And he was like, I'll put it in later when I remember the actual word.
It seemed quite retarded.
Yeah.
I mean, no, not that you're allowed to use the word retarded.
But fuck that, man. That word's available.
But that's available in context.
It's available in this show. Fuck it. But like, it's too dumb for that. Like, I just don't understand. I don't understand why that would be in there. Like,
I mean, the title alone is enough.
What, Gemini Man?
Yeah, and the fact that he's saying, "Oh, a younger version of myself," then it's like you're saying the same stuff over again.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, no, I don't need to know this information. I already know that there's a younger version of yourself trying to kill someone. I don't need to know that he's a clone. If anything, you've just given away a pivotal point of the plot line, because it could have been like my intrigue or my curiosity could have like gone towards time travel, you know, either back and forth or forth and back, or
I guess,
you know what I mean, rather than the clone thing. Because now that I know it's a clone film, I'm like, okay, I've seen that already. I've seen The Sixth Day. I've seen.
Yeah, but if it was time travel, you're gonna say I've seen time travel films. Like,
no. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you leave
like,
it open in that vagueness. You know what I mean? You don't just say what it is. That's another thing as well. You don't say what your film is.
I don't know.
For a trailer, selling it.
That doesn't bother me that much. That doesn't bother me that much. Like, it's. You know, like, if you wanted to save something, then maybe save that it's a younger version of him. Like, you don't really
need to know the ins and outs.
Really.
Yeah, this is it.
I mean, not really. I mean, you might, because you know you kind of want people to know what it is.
Or you can guess by the title.
That's a bit 50-50. You could. That is true. But I don't know. It's just that one line just murdered the whole thing. I mean, it was pretty generic.
sequence and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Like previously, everything leading up to that was pretty generic anyway. But this just like nosedive right into the ground. Like, why would you? People who would say that?
Well, this is
Like
it.
a 2-year-old wouldn't say that. It's just a weird, really weird line to put
Just
in your
real
film
Bermuda
in your
Triangle.
trailer.
It's like the first trailer as well, so it's like you nosedive the film from the first trailer. I mean, fair enough. Like this trailer may well get pulled and shit like that, you know. But
Doubt it. Why would it?
I don't know. I mean, it depends how much money they've got for Gemini Man. But yeah, it just doesn't appeal to me. It looks like it will bomb hard.
Probably.
Hard.
Probably.
And then he's got Bad Boys for Life as well.
Bad Boys for Life with a 3 at the end.
I reckon that's gonna bomb hard as well.
No. People will
Digital
see it.
will do well.
People will see
Digital
it.
do well, but not cinema.
I think people
cinema
will see it.
will bomb.
It will probably make decent money.
When is it out?
Fuck knows.
It's the end of summer thing.
Fuck knows. I don't
If
think
it's end of summer, it's gonna
I don't
bomb.
think it's this
Too
year.
many things.
I don't think it's this year. It's next year.
Yeah, they have to release
Because they
that.
were filming this year. Like it's either coming out the end of this year.
They need to release that in January when there's nothing out. Otherwise, they are not gonna make any P, bro.
Maybe. Yeah, they might do like a January, February thing. Drop with John Wick's out. But yeah, no. I think it will make a well, depending on what's out around it, like you're saying. But it'll probably make decent money, but it might not be good.
It's not gonna be good. As horrible as it sounds, like I can call it from now. It's not gonna be.
It's not that horrible.
Just
Bad
from
Boys,
the title.
Bad Boys 2 is not that great.
Yeah, but then it was Bad Boys 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
This one.
This is Bad Boys 3 for life.
No, Bad Boys for Life.
Bad Boys for life with a 3 at the end.
Just. It's angering. It's angering.
It's like another dumb like decision.
I reckon Will Smith does it like that.
Every time there's a Will Smith story, you start blaming everything on Will Smith. It's not his fault.
Because it doesn't happen to any other person.
It does.
It doesn't.
It does happen to other people.
Not as consistently.
But they're not as high profile, so you just don't notice as much.
It's every fucking film.
No, like who else is getting a Bad Boys for life with a 3 at the end?
No one, because no one else would
exactly,
do.
because no one's high profile enough to be getting a Bad Boys film made decades after.
But
it was
common sense says if it's for life,
yeah.
then it should be the full film. It shouldn't be the third film.
No, we spoke about this before. I think that the person, like maybe the production company or whatever, whoever's behind making this film, they were really like stuck on the Bad Boys for Life title, and they would have liked it for the 4th film, but they know they ain't getting a 4th film.
Fair
it
enough.
took them long enough to get the 3rd film. There's no way they're getting a 4th film, so they're like, look, fuck it. This one's just going to be called Bad Boys for Life, and just to make it extra confusing, we're going to have the 3 at the end.
It's like they just want to waste money, brother. I feel like he has to like lose a certain amount of money in order to remain onto his riches.
It's like Brewster's Millions.
Yeah. I reckon Will Smith's tied up in some former film version of Brewster's Millions. I reckon Uncle Phil was real.
Yeah.
And in order for him to get Uncle Phil's estate, he has to do all this bullshit. These bullshit, horrible films.
I mean, that's not the weirdest conspiracy that's out there.
It's not. It actually probably makes more sense now. Because even now, like, you've got that Bel Air with a second trailer. And that's equally as
I
confusing.
haven't seen it. I haven't even seen the first trailer.
It's very confusing, sir. Very
I haven't
confusing.
even seen the first trailer.
Well, Brewster's Millions is due for a reboot, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it? You forgetting Mr. Deeds? Didn't he have to do a similar thing?
It wasn't as good, though.
Of course it wasn't as good.
It was really bad. It was Adam Sandler at his most mediocre when he's, like when he's doing
No,
the
it
Force Runner.
isn't. He's done more mediocre crap than that.
I don't know. I mean, I like Click. Click was good. I mean, it weren't great, but it was better than Mr. Deeds. And then Funny People was amazing because it was like it was.
I actually saw that in the cinema. Because I was gonna say I paid money, but I got caught.
Okay, fine. But yeah, that one it was like raw, new vein of blah blah blah. But I think what it is with Adam Sandler is that either this isn't uncommon for a a lot of sort of like comedians, but either he goes through great bouts of depression, and he feels to do these goofy films afterwards. Because I don't think, but then he can do serious good. Like what was that one?
No, I think just the stupid movies make money.
That's another thing as well.
And
if you knew that,
the other ones don't make money. Like no one goes to see.
But then they don't have any critical appeal. So I mean, like I don't blame him for what he does. Like if you're gonna make money from doing something really stupid and goofy, more so than if you used to do what's that film that he done with Don Cheadle? Was it Don Cheadle? The one where all of his family got murdered in the Twin Towers. Oh, that one's good.
I've not seen it.
That's a good film.
What I was gonna say was
the Spanglish as well. That's another one.
Like the other thing, like the flip side to that is, like making the stupid films are probably fun as well. Like they've always got a bunch of his friends in it.
Yeah.
Like it's just him and his friends just being stupid and just like it's not super entertaining for us guys. Like it's
I mean that's another thing that I feel like Adam Sandberg did better than somebody like Jim Carrey?
Sandberg or Sandler?
God, there's two, isn't there? Well, basically Sandler.
Yeah, okay.
He done better than sort of like Jim Carrey in that sense, where he's always had a team around him.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because automatically I could say Adam Sandler and you'll be thinking, Rob Schneider, Kevin James, all these other ones sort of like dotted in the background. Yeah. Whereas with Jim Carrey, because he was doing Ace Ventura, there was no real team after that, if that makes sense. Ace Ventura 1, Ace Ventura 2, funny.
Yes.
And then, maybe it's because of the way he carries himself. I don't know how he's on set and all that stuff. Apparently he's very annoying.
Well, I suppose the difference is like Jim Carrey didn't make those films. He was in those films. Like the Adam Sandler films, like he's producing those films so he can get his friends in.
Yeah.
So
that's another thing. But you never seen Jim Carrey do anything like that.
He doesn't give a fuck about his friends. He doesn't want to make a fun film. He wants to make he does want to make fun films, but not that kind of. He doesn't want to have fun.
I reckon he stopped doing good films after Batman Forever. I think that was his first flop.
What do you think is what's his name for?
Brockheimer.
No. What's his name? Fucking.
But don't get it twisted. I mean.
Two-Face.
Oh yeah, because he said he won't tolerate your buffoonery.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
he won't sanction his buffoonery.
Oh dear. Well, this is it. It's like because Tommy Lee Jones is one sort of film.
Tommy Lee Jones. Can help him fucker out, could you?
Bruv, I had to basically clarify which one it was because there's two people that wouldn't tolerate his Tom Ford. Tommy Lee Jones, and there was another one. Oh God! Now you got me on it, you fucker.
I should deserve that.
That's horrible. It's gonna bug me the whole fucking thing. But basically, two people weren't putting up with his nonsense.
Yeah.
One was Tommy Lee Jones. I think the other one was Harrison Ford, but I don't remember him being in a film with Harrison Ford, so I don't think it is. It's another.
It's Harrison Ford. You probably said that shit to him on the street.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, in regards to sort of like Jim Carrey, yeah, it's a damn shame what's kind of happened to his career. I mean, like obviously he had Man in the Moon.
Yeah.
He had all these other sort of like bits and pieces. But in regards to 1996,
it's not like
he's still rich.
It's not like he's not working.
Yeah, exactly. He's still rich. He's still working. He's all right. But yeah, I don't know, bruv.
He's still drawing cartoons.
But the one thing I will say,
cartoons, yeah, well.
He's not getting the same level of puss.
Well, you know.
But in saying that, it's a good thing because apparently he's got huffers.
That's what happens with age. Unless you're Harrison Ford.
Yeah. It is what it is, man. This world of showbiz and all that stuff is fairly depressing, but we're here to make light of it, I guess.
Speaking of Adam Sandler.
Oh, nice. See? Helping.
Helping kids. Yeah, so he's in a new Netflix movie.
Yeah.
With a Miss Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, yeah, I've seen this.
Murder mystery, yeah. Yeah, where apparently they're a couple on vacation and they get mistaken as prime suspects in a high profile murder.
So it's a live action version of a Family Guy episode.
I mean, you can just say about anything.
Yeah, no.
Everything.
I know, that's a very dismissive
Everything's
statement.
a live action version of The Simpsons or
Yeah.
Family Guy.
Yeah.
Because they do everything.
Yeah, done everything. It's past tense.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. In regards to that one though, looks interesting. Jennifer Aniston, Adam Sandler.
Yeah. Still tasty.
Yeah.
Way more tasty than your dry Katie Holmes.
That Brad Pitt left there, bruv.
Way more. Yeah, because he made a mistake.
No, he went
That's
and got
'cause he-
Angelina Jolie.
That's because
That's definitely upgrade.
He didn't care about
Definite upgrade,
No,
bro.
it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not. He
This
didn't
is your
care.
taste. This is your taste.
He stopped caring about.
Have you seen Mr. and
tastiness.
Mrs. Smith?
Yes, I have.
Exactly.
What do you mean
Exactly.
exactly.
Have you seen Friends?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
With a triple layer bob that caught on like wildfire.
Yeah, exactly. Trendsetter.
Yeah, and then now where is she? She's not setting no trends. I mean, fair enough. She's still fit. I might
Exactly.
if I was fairly inebriated.
Bruv,
Make an effort.
Stone cold sober.
Nah, bro. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it from. I mean, like, I think what was that film where she was like a head of a family or something, or a pretend family?
Oh, you're talking about Meet the Millers. Or
Yeah,
We're the Millers.
We're the Millers. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the last time I felt any form of bonage from her. But
That's because you see her less often. If she walked down the street, bruv, you'd be on
I
it.
don't think so. I mean, she's a lovely person.
I'll be on it.
She's a lovely person.
I'll be on it.
Lovely person. But,
Walk up to her at KFC. It's on, bruv.
bro.
It's on.
You're never gonna find Jennifer Aniston in a KFC ever.
You don't know.
Ever.
You don't know.
I know.
You don't
I'm
know.
pretty sure. I'm not sure about many things, but Jennifer Aniston
Bruv.
in a KFC on her own,
You don't know.
never.
You don't know.
I know.
I hope I see her in a KFC. Could rub it in your face.
Well, I'm going to LA, and I'm going to go to every KFC. And yeah, I reckon that she's not going to be there. I reckon she's more of a Chick-fil-A or something like that. She's not KFC.
KFC, bro.
Nah, bro.
KFC.
Colonel's special recipe on my
KFC,
backside,
exactly.
bro. You ain't never going to see her there.
She loves that shit.
Doesn't.
Does.
Doesn't like fried chicken.
Does.
She's white and she's middle class.
She doesn't like it. She loves it.
It's terrible. I doubt it. I very much doubt it. Anyway,
I fully.
so murder mystery. Let's
Yeah.
get back on track. Murder mystery. Yeah. It'll be okay, I guess.
Probably.
Seems fun, I guess.
I'm at least half on board.
I'm not. Every single thing that Adam Sandler's put on Netflix for me has been trash. However, it's been viewed extensively by many people. So it doesn't matter what you say about Adam Sandler.
Maybe, but like Netflix are a bit shady. Well, should I say shady? Well, fuck it, I'll say shady.
Can't.
About their, like their views and how they calculate and whatnot. Because, like, we don't know if that could just be someone pressing play and then immediately pressing stop, and they're counting that as a view. Like, they're not saying like how many people watched
The duration.
the Ridiculous Six in its entirety.
But
I
do
mean,
they need that?
A lot of no, they don't. But if you're gonna be like, oh yeah, like people, like if they're gonna tell me that Adam Sandler's Ridiculous Six was a ridiculous hit, and everyone and their mum watched it, then you need to tell me what you're counting as a view. Because if I'm scrolling through.
I think it got a lot of
if I'm scrolling through films,
a lot of views
and
post articles.
Well, that's the other thing I was going to say. If I'm scrolling through films and I come up to Ridiculous Six and I stop for a second and it starts playing by itself,
Yeah.
are you counting that as a view?
Yeah.
Because I don't want that to be counted as a view. I am not watching this film.
I woke up like this.
Again, yeah, exactly.
To quote Beyonce.
And again, like as you were saying, like a lot of the views came after there were articles saying no one's watching this. And then so people started watching it, I guess out of like curiosity, like because it was meant to be like the worst film on Netflix or whatever. And then and next minute I know it's the most watched film on Netflix. So you need to, and how many of those people watch the whole thing? Like you don't know.
I mean, to be fair, I think I know why they they let him do the shows because they wanted 3 of the Adam Sandler's best films on there.
I mean,
probably
or maybe, but
no, because they still got like
he does have an audience, and like it's not his films aren't for everybody, but he does have an audience, and now people do go to see his films. They do make money, like people do watch them, so it's not like it's a crazy move for
he's not in Forgetting Sarah Marshall, is he?
I don't know. I haven't seen it because it's got fucking idiot in it.
Who?
What's his name in it? Fucking Jack Pumpkin, whatever the fuck his name is.
Jack Pumpkin, what do you mean?
You know the dude, man.
Which one?
I don't know. The guy from Nightmare Before Christmas.
He's not in Nightmare Before Christmas.
No, but he looks like him.
He doesn't look like him.
You know who I'm talking about.
I don't. I honestly don't.
But why are you laughing? You know who I'm talking about.
I'm laughing because now I know who it is.
See, so you do know who I'm talking
but
about.
But I find it hilarious that you cannot remember his name.
Because, like, he's not on my radar. I don't give a fuck about him.
I like him. He's cool. I like his social politics and all that stuff.
Fuck that dude, man.
Yeah, he's alright.
One minute he's on Channel 4 chatting about how he's a druggie and stuff, and next minute he's doing other shit. Like, no one wants to see you. Fuck off. Just fuck away from my screen. I don't need to see you.
You're a bad guy.
I'm not a bad guy.
Russell Brand.
Go back,
Russell Brand was amazing in Get Him to the Greek.
Get back on your heroin.
He was amazing.
Way off.
No, you're a bad guy. He was amazing in Get Him to the Greek.
I've never seen it because he's in it.
Just watch it.
No, bro.
Watch it. You have to watch it.
No, he's in it and Puff Daddy's in it. No, I was like, nah, I'm not watching this
film.
This film's dead to me. This film is way dead to me.
And you've got a dead taste in films. You've got dead taste in films.
I don't have a dead taste in films.
You do, bruv.
No, it's got 2 people I don't like in it, so why would I watch it?
Watch it.
Why would I enjoy it?
You would enjoy it. Because they're not playing themselves. They're not the same people that they are
but they
outside of life, inside the film.
Them. And they are, I cannot imagine them to be good actors. So, I've not watched those films.
I order you to watch this film.
No.
And stop being a bitch.
I'm not being a bitch.
You are.
No.
You're being a bitch.
No, I got better things to do
Redacted
with my time.
hashtag bitch with films.
That's not even a thing. That makes no sense.
Bitch with
films.
films.
Makes no sense. Speaking of Netflix.
Jesus.
Netflix apparently are trialing shuffle play on some of their shows.
That's not good.
No, it's not good because if I'm watching, I guess if it's something you've seen 100 times, like The Office or Friends or whatever,
or Troll Hunters.
No, not Troll Hunters, but like something that you've seen 100 times, it doesn't really matter what order. You just want a random episode. Fine. I can't do that.
No.
Play.
No,
I can't do it either. Like continuity.
You start.
Like,
you finish what you start. You finish what you start.
I can't just watch a random episode. Anyway, like for some people that would work. What I want on Netflix is like a roulette. I want a roulette. Like give me a film roulette. Let me press a button. You pick a random film, and I can either decide to watch it or spin again. Like it takes too long for me to scroll through the same shit. Every line has the same videos. Netflix is like, what's hot on Netflix? Same videos. Oh, what's new on Netflix? Same fucking videos. What's trending on Netflix? Same fucking videos. Yeah. Like, what the fuck, man? Sort your shit out. Like, let me find some new shit that's on there. Give me a Netflix roulette, motherfucker. That's what I want.
So Netflix roulette.
Yes, that's what I want. I don't want shuffle. I don't give a fuck about shuffle play. Because I want to watch. If I watch,
what's going to happen on
series,
shuffle plays? They're just going to play
order.
all of the stuff that people aren't watching.
No. But it's like, say if you want to watch The Office, and you can choose to shuffle play. So it will just be on.
You cannot watch The Office on shuffle.
That was an example, but I think it is actually. That was one of the examples they gave.
That's terrible.
But no, but it's like.
I mean, Friends. Yeah, you can argue.
That's the thing.
But, yeah,
I think that's the kind of theory. It's like stuff you would have seen like 100 times, and you just want to watch a nice, like, comfortable, cozy episode of something that you find familiar.
At your convenience.
Like The Office, at your convenience. And you just want to pick a random episode. You just got to spare half an hour or whatever. I guess it kind of makes sense, but to me, what's more important for me would be roulette. Give me a fucking roulette on my Netflix.
Fair enough. I mean, to be fair, it's probably doable.
Of course it's doable. I don't know why it's not on there. Like, you've got so many shows, like, and you're spending so much money. People can only watch so much stuff. Put a roulette on there. Like, you know, to me, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
if I had a Netflix, it'd have a roulette on it.
I don't know. I mean, for me, I feel the main thing that I need to get from my Netflix is a sense of schedule, if that makes sense.
No, it doesn't make sense. You know why it doesn't make sense? People are on Netflix because they don't want a schedule.
No. Like, I'll probably explain it wrong. So,
yes.
Okay, I'm not going to say anything while you're trying to get stuff out the fridge.
Why not? No one was noticing. No one noticed.
Yeah, they did, bruv.
What do you want?
Apple juice, obviously, isn't it?
Oh, no. I want something else.
Well, I don't want anything else other than rum and apple juice. Terrible stuff.
Oh, man.
So anyway,
why would you want to wear dungarees?
Bruv, you've been begging to get that up, right? So what? Man wears dungarees.
No, I wasn't.
Man wears dungarees. What, bruv?
I just thought of
what?
it.
Grown man in dungarees. I don't care, bruv. Let the gorillas know. Shunt wears dungarees, and Shunt doesn't care. Shunt doesn't care. That's the sort of life you should be living. Shunt life. Hashtag. Wear dungarees and hooded t-shirts. That's what I do now, bruv. I'm going for that anti-hoodie life. Only because I've done jeans, hoodie and t-shirt to death.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people have. And I'm not one of those roadmen, so I can't wear a black puffer jacket every single time that I'm, like, you know, going out and about. I'm not...
You can't wear a puffer jacket every day.
Yeah, they can, bro. Man's not hot. But yeah, you've got, like, loads of sort of, like, bits and pieces to do with, like, fashion and other nonsenses that I'm not really getting myself into. So I'm not going to, you know, be wearing...
busting them slides.
Spiller of drinks.
I should hold the cup properly.
Bruv, it hasn't moved. Your hand does, but not... Oh, it's terrible. Fucking hell, trying to break my ankle with a carton of apple juice. What's wrong with you, Redacted? But yeah, so in regards to sort of like just a general scope of schedule, as it were, schedule for me on the Netflix will be like shows that I want to sort of like watch later on. Schedule will be like allow me to create my own channel, maybe.
Yeah.
So it has like my own sort of like bits and pieces that I would like to watch, or you know, things that interest me. Yeah, so things that interest me, sort of thing.
Yeah, no, I'd be down with that.
And then you could turn it on at any time and it'll put everything on at that time?
Yes.
I mean, I don't want automatic Netflix.
Automatic.
Yeah, it just comes on like, just switches itself on.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be shit.
So would it have, like, are you picking specific episodes, or are you saying like,
I
want this show, and then it just makes like a random set of like a channel for you?
Yeah. And then I just watch it, and then when I'm done watching it, I just pause it, and then just pauses the whole schedule.
And you just go back to normal Netflix.
Yeah, so I can even go back to normal Netflix, or I can sort of like reconvene my TV viewing that I want. I say TV viewing, you know, online.
Sounds good. That's not a horrible idea.
It's not. It's probably more pleasant than the bullshit that... Shuffle, fucking hell. I hate it when people put shuffle on fucking iPods, bro.
What?
You know, like, where people are, like, got a playlist and they put it on shuffle. It's just random shit all over and there's no consistency. So, I ain't heard this tune in ages. I fucking hate your life, bruv. That's how I feel.
What?
No, it's like, say for example, like...
Is this the dungarees talking?
Shut up, bruv. Shit, hot brow and glasses talking, bruv. But yeah, it's like... Fucking... Yeah. It's... How can I put it? How can I put it without sounding conceited?
It's too late.
Well, either. when you put stuff on shuffle,
Yeah.
for me, it is the lowest form of decision making. So I am truly disgusted at your behaviour if you put anything on shuffle because it stops. How can I put it? It stops songs being played in their entirety or how the artist intended it to be played.
Yeah, but then you should be against playlists because it's not an album. It's not.
No, I'm not against playlists.
Why is that different?
Playlists, if you're doing them correctly, they have a pace and they have a tone.
Most people don't do that.
Well, those ones are fucking morons that use shuffle. So fuck those guys. There's some people that basically put a random shuffle and then copy and paste the whole entire thing as a playlist and thinking, oh shit, son, I'm so dope. If you're one of them people, kill yourself now.
It's a bit harsh.
It's not, bruv. There's no room. There's no room for shit like that now.
Why?
There's no room. I'm done with it now.
Why?
Done. It's just dumb, bruv. I mean, like, there's dumb shit that we cover, and it's just moronic, sporadic nonsense. It's like, would you live your life like that? Like, real talk. Would you live your life if your week was just random days in general? So, for example, you wake up on Tuesday, the next day after that's Monday, and then the next day after that's Sunday, and then Saturday, and then you're back to freaking Wednesday. If you don't live your life like that, don't put it on my playlist, bruv. Oh, don't put it on my Netflix. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't you shuffle shit, bruv. The only thing you should be shuffling is cards, and that's fine. Because cards are meant to be shuffled. Decks are meant to be shuffled. However, you do not do that with music, because music is, how can I put it? It is one of those things where it has to have an order, for me anyway, because I want to feel a mood.
Alright, what if I've collated a playlist for myself, but everything is roughly like the same tone, the same mood, and you can put it on shuffle and it just all makes sense?
Yeah, but I would hate you a little bit.
Why? Just because I beat the system?
No, because shuffle is for morons.
Why?
Shuffle is for morons that have no capable decision-making skills.
I don't think that's true. The only time where like I've resorted to shuffle is because like I've exhausted I've exhausted the album or I've exhausted the playlist and I know all the songs inside out, back to front.
This is just something new then. That's how it used to be. This is what gets me, right, about this new generation of like convenience. Like back in the day, you would rinse. Back in my day, you used to rinse out a CD. And when that CD, you became sick of it, and you've learned it back and front, you would then buy another CD.
And then you buy another CD.
No, you wouldn't even put it on shuffle.
I was poor, so I put it on shuffle. Then I bought another CD.
Okay, so shuffle is a problem of poverty then. That's it. But when you've got Spotify, there's no reason for you to put shit on shuffle. Ever. Just listen to something else. You've got another album on. You've got millions of albums on there. Listen to something else.
What if you just want to, you want to hear what it sounds like in a different order?
No. Doesn't make any sense.
Of course it does.
Doesn't.
Why not?
Doesn't.
Why? Because maybe
you think what you're doing is revolutionary.
Maybe
you think what you're doing is revolutionary,
you
right?
The very same album.
Yeah.
Shuffle, and you could create a whole different mood or a whole.
You know why? Because
story.
you're listening to it Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Fucking moron. It's not anything revolutionary. Before an album comes to you as a listener, that's already happened. They already put the first track and the last track and they mixed up all the tracks in the middle. Yeah. They've done all that. And this is the best possible order from the idea of the artist.
What if they made a mistake?
They haven't made a mistake.
Why not?
They haven't.
Why not?
They haven't.
Directors make a mistake. You think these motherfuckers can't make a mistake?
But would a director fucking put apart from fucking Tarantino,
exactly.
We're just going to eliminate that one.
There you go.
But then even so, if you used to put Pulp Fiction in order,
shut up.
It wouldn't make any fucking sense.
Don't say that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but this is the entire thing. Pulp Fiction was created for that purpose in that way, and that's the only way it can really exist. If you played that all the way through, it wouldn't make any sense. It would just be a boring, generic action film.
Possibly.
Definitely. Apart from the bit where the man's with like a samurai sword and all that shit. Was it Bruce Willis is going through and he's killing Zed, who's fucking Marcelo Wallace in the backside.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that separates that film from any other film. It's the ordering. But it's because of that order. It's not because it was on shuffle.
It's also amazing performances from everybody.
That as well. Surprising performances.
Why is it surprising?
Because
everyone's good.
That's what I'm saying.
Everyone's either good or has been good at some time in their life.
I mean, Harvey Keitel's performance was the best. For me.
Samuel Jackson.
See, it's out of the two of them anyway. It's out of the two. There's both. I mean, like, for stage time, Harvey Keitel. Because he's only there for a short period of time, but his character is so iconic, they put it in fucking TV adverts.
I hate that.
Is what it is.
I dislike it very much.
I do, but it makes sense.
Doesn't make sense.
If you want a problem solved, you're going to get Wolf.
Yeah, but fuck those ads, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck those ads.
And, yeah, but then saying that, it is what it is. Are you going to sell out for money, or are you going to sell out for integrity?
No one sells out for integrity.
Yes, they do. They do it all the time.
What?
When you sell out
and you get integrity.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
No, they don't do things because of integrity. So it's technically them selling out to integrity.
Say that again?
So basically, when somebody says, I'm not going to do this film because of my integrity as an actor,
yeah,
they're selling out to the whole concept of having integrity.
And what's the original question?
The original question was sell out for money or integrity. So when you do a decision that's basically based on...
Sense.
No, it does. Because if you're doing...
that's not selling out.
It is.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
It is. Because it's now a class of buffoonery. Like, oh, you shouldn't do this because...
No, it's not.
Okay. Name one person that's sold out to integrity and has won.
One, it's not selling out.
It is.
Two, there's probably loads, but you never hear about them.
Yeah, because of the integrity.
Exactly.
So sell out for the fucking money, bro.
No, man. Just keep your integrity.
No, what's the point? What is the point?
The point is...
Either. You're not going to be shown and it's not going to be
look
relevant.
at yourself in the mirror and not be a man wearing...
Really? You're going to be doing that, yeah? You're going to look at yourself in the mirror and not be a man wearing dungarees, yeah? Bro, I'm doing this because of my integrity. That's what I'm saying. Because I don't want to be that guy that is wearing, fucking hooded t-shirt. I mean, every fucking executive in, like, Silicon Valley dresses that way. I can't do that anymore. I'm disgusted by it. It's either cargo pants, a hoodie, and a t-shirt, or jeans, hoodie, t-shirt, some form of plain trainer. That is my look.
So, are you making a stand because of cultural appropriation?
Yes.
Oh, why are you saying that then? Now I can understand.
Cultural appropriation in regards to people there for intelligence, and yeah, I'm against it. If I have to look completely and utterly stupid in order to prove my point, I will.
Alright, this I understand.
No, you don't. You don't. You're just saying that. You're saying that.
Why would I just say that?
To be contrarian. I know you're ready.
I told you that's not my name. That's not my style.
It is. Redacted contrarian.
Just redacted.
Fair enough.
Or truth.
Truth. You're gonna go for the name Truth. So when's your album coming out, Truth? Sounds like one of those friggin' rapper names, like, but one of those battle rapper names. You ain't got a proper battle rapper name as well. It's like Truth, man's here, and the Truth, bruv. Let it go. That's what I'm saying. Man should be called Elsa, bruv.
Elsa.
Yeah, just let it go, innit? Let it go. So, what else is on the damn list, Mr. Redacted?
Yeah, what's on your 50% of the list?
I've got a couple bits. You want to let off, yeah?
Yeah,
Let off, yeah? Cool. So basically, one of the things that I've got a sort of like weird fascination in is the fact that no, shut up. In regards to the UK, we've got these disabled badges, and the only people that usually have them are people that are disabled and drug dealers. And most of them are drug dealing disabled people because they cut off their benefits.
Wait, you're saying that drug dealers are disabled?
Most of them, yeah.
Or they're dealing to disabled people?
Or it's all free. It's all free. They're dealing to disabled people or their fellow disabled people. So my point or my thing is that recently they've technically legalized CBD oil in the UK. Technically, to the point you can get it in a fucking corner shop and sort of like convenience store over here. And it's hella confusing because it's technically illegal to bring it into the country, but if you have it in the country, it's fine.
Yeah, some of these laws are a bit like that.
They're done, bro. So my whole thing is this: if you were to write a film based on these sort of like bullshit scenarios, what would it be? And who would you have as the lead role, being a British actor?
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba, yeah.
He would be called Brixton.
Brixton?
Yeah.
And what would he be doing in Brixton?
Huh?
And what would he be doing in Brixton? Would he be like
No,
disabled?
his name would be Brixton.
Oh, okay.
But he would live in like Sunbury or something.
Okay.
And he would be dealing an assortment of pharmaceuticals.
Also, legal or illegal?
Both.
Mm-hmm.
And it will be a cross between Casualty
Actually, yeah.
and Battlestar Galactica.
Sounds quite out there. See, my one would be Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
And he plays a GP.
Yeah.
And
It's got a very GP look.
that's what I'm saying.
Especially in his older years.
Yeah. So you know, Doctor Craig. Maybe. And him being a GP, he is fighting for. It'll be like one of those emotional drama things. That I remember like that film of Lorenzo's Oil and all that shit, which is pretty much the same thing. You can't remember Lorenzo's Oil, can you?
Pretty sure I've seen it.
Yeah, Nick Nolte. Anyway, so basically the premise of that is that a particular oil, which is hemp oil, I believe, is used to treat said seizures.
Okay.
And it's about somebody trying to win the case and all that stuff. So it'll be kind of like My Cousin Vinny and what other Doctor Shenanigans and Mr. Patch or the Patches.
Patch Adams.
Patch Adams, yeah.
Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Patch Adams.
Patch Adams and My Cousin Vinny.
Daniel Craig.
So basically, he's accused of selling CBD or giving CBD oil to a patient illegally because it's going to alleviate the suffering, and it'll be like a case of, the ins and outs of the business from the UK point of view. I reckon it could work.
Yeah.
Because he looks like a GP.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah. I'm surprised.
So I was thinking about that one.
Alright, cool.
Yeah. So what's your impossible question to me? Seeing as though we're not doing a mailbag anymore.
Why are we doing mailbag?
50-50, isn't it? Like, every time I go into it, it's shit. Every time you go into it, it's shit. So...
No, I had some good questions.
No.
Yeah.
What one did you have that was good?
I can't remember.
That's what I'm saying. If you can't remember it, it's shit, bro.
I can't remember the question exactly, but I remember
the answers.
There was a good one from Mrs. Smooth Peanut Butter.
I don't think it was that great. I don't think it was that great.
Mrs. Pogo. I think Mrs. Pogo asked her.
Pogo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mrs. Pogo. Something.
We need to really pay attention to these names. The only one that I can actually remember is Mr. Lipperswitz and Jared Joker for Life. And
Jared Leto Joker for Life.
Okay. Yeah, I think you followed me on Twitter the other day.
Oh, cool.
Or followed us on Twitter.
Yeah, he sent in another letter that I've got for this week.
Okay, do you want to hit it up, or have you got any other bits to hit on the topic list?
I got this stuff. Where's your stuff?
Well, you know.
Where's your 50%, bro?
My 50% was that question.
Yeah.
Also, what did I start? I started off the fucking bullshit.
It's like three things.
You ungrateful motherfucker.
3 things.
And then like you've got like 3 things as well.
I got more than 3 things.
No, you haven't. You said 2 things.
Yeah, and I got more stuff.
Okay, what's the stuff then?
Did you see the See You Yesterday trailer?
See You Yesterday, yeah.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter movement meets Michael J. Fox like shenanigans. Although it's more like sliders from what I've seen it. No.
Not really.
I don't know. I mean, the stakes in time. This is the problem with time travel. The stakes in it can't really be demonstrated straight away.
What do you mean?
Like when how can I put it? Like Back to the Future 2 is probably the best time travel movie on the basis of redemption and was it provocation? So basically, if somebody else,
Back to the Future 2. That's not even the best one.
it's not the best one, but it's the best structured one.
Is it?
Yeah, because he goes into the future,
Yeah.
he leaves something from the past. A guy uses the future machine to go back to the past, changes the timeline. The timeline gets changed by Biff or whatever, and then Michael J. Fox realizes this when he goes into his timeline. He goes back to the future, back to the past. No, back to the future, then back to the past. Then he goes back to the past and then goes back to the future, doesn't he? Yeah, because he does the whole Back to the Future 1 bit where he's in the background. But anyway, so it's the best structured time travel.
Back to the past.
Back to the past, and then in order to fix the future.
Yeah. But he doesn't go back to the future. He just goes back to the present.
Yeah, it goes back to the future afterwards. Yeah, because it goes back to his original timeline.
Which is the present.
No.
Yes.
Technically, it isn't the present.
It is.
It's out of time.
It's the present. It's still the present. Just because it's a change.
No, it's the original point of origin. That's it. It's not the present.
Yeah, which is called the present.
Because every time he goes back, he keeps going back to the past.
Yeah. And when he returns
to the same time.
present.
He returns to the same time of the present. So he's aged
the
like 3 or 4.
You just answered it.
No.
The present.
No, because he's aged 3 or 4 weeks or 7, like whatever. So technically, he's gone back to the past.
Not necessarily.
Yes, necessarily.
No.
Because everybody else has aged less than you during that time. However, you've aged 3 or 4 months ahead of everybody.
No, because he
What I say makes sense, and you don't fucking like it. It's fine. It's fine.
Shut up. Shut up.
But anyway, so he's technically going back to the past.
Like 3 or 4 weeks makes a difference.
It does, bro.
It's not months. Maybe like a couple of weeks at the most.
I'm pretty sure like number 3 is a year.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, Doc only had a couple of days to live. It wasn't a year.
Doc Brown.
Yes, he's a character in the movie.
No, I'm just thinking like because he got sent back to the past, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, so, yeah. No, because he survived it. This is a fucked up thing that I never understood about number 3.
Yeah.
In number 2, he survived.
Yeah.
The only Doc Brown that is in the past is the one from the 60s. It's not the one from the 80s.
What?
Don't you remember that bit?
What?
The one from the 60s...
Yeah, the 50s.
The 50s, sorry. He gets sent to the future.
No, he stays in the 50s.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
He does not.
Yes, he does.
Doesn't. Because if you see number 3,
Yeah.
he does he recreates the experiment, and then he gets sent back to the past.
Yeah, so he doesn't go into the future.
Yeah, but he's already been to the future. This is the thing, like, because that's technically already happened on the timeline, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So 1980s, Doc Brown has already been sent back. It's either 1980s Doc Brown goes to the future, comes back to the past at the end of the beginning of number 2, and everything's hunky dory, or 1950s gets sent back in the past. Yeah, so either.
No, the present one. The one from the present is the one that goes back to the Wild West. He then goes to get the one from the 50s to help him go back to the West.
Yeah.
So everything happens to the current one.
I suppose. Alright, cool. Alright, so moving forward anyway. That's the best structured time sort of thing. So, in regards to this one, apparently they get 3 chances to go back and forth on the see you yesterday sort of thing. Which is okay, because like it has got some form of moral compass. Black man's killed by police. This needs to be stopped. So she decides to create a time machine, etc., etc. Writes itself.
No, that is not what happens.
It is.
She's already working on the time machine. You can't look if.
And then she succeeds. Then she goes back.
What?
Then she succeeds.
Yeah.
Then she goes back. Either. That's going to happen in the first 10 minutes.
No, she already has the time. Like she's already working on the time machine. Then her brother gets killed. Then she finishes the time machine, and then she goes back.
Yeah, this is it. But either. She gets 3 chances apparently to go back.
Yeah, but we don't know why that is. There might be
Maybe it's mainly down to fuel.
clever reason.
No, it's fuel. It's fuel.
You don't know that.
It is blatantly fuel. Anyway, so in regards to the concept, it's okay. Am I excited for it? Hardly. Seems quite repetitive, like narrative in the scheme of things in America. But then saying that I'm not American,
No, it doesn't. I mean, no, it doesn't.
yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
That's just silly.
No, I mean, like, I think this came out a year too late, if that makes sense. It would have been more poignant and more sort of interesting for me to watch this if it came out last year.
Why?
At the heat or the top of this Black Lives Matters movement and the creative sort of solution to it all.
I disagree. Like, it's not helpful or useful to have a film like that while it's. I mean, it's still happening, but like when you're so deep in it, it makes more sense. And also, like, you can't time that shit.
Yeah, of course you can.
Like, it's impossible to time. So
Although you can technically time this one because there was like it's a common placement like within America. It's just only recently got a branding, as it were, in regards to.
Yeah, but you couldn't time it to an event like what you're saying. Like
No. I'm just saying, like, if it happened like more close to a year ago, because like, Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, then you can't time it then.
No, but that was like a year after the Black Lives Matter movement had like come out, and I reckon that this script was probably floating around since then.
Could have been before then.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah,
Could've
either.
been before then, but
In regards
you
to
can't time it. Like,
whatever the
there's
timing
no way
is,
you can time it
whatever
to
the
an
timing is, in regards to the concept of the film, am I excited about it? No, I've watched Time Cop. Time Cop for
It's
me.
a completely different film.
Yeah, it is, but it's like similar concept. Go back, change time.
No, it isn't.
Actually, yeah, you're right. But it's like it's the cops going back, and Time Cop's more like Minority Report. So Minority Report is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. Stop naming stuff that are not similar.
They are similar.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
No, it fucking isn't.
It is.
How is it similar?
Time Cop.
There's no time travel in Minority Report.
Yeah, but there's sort of future seeing. So this is what's going to happen. This is what needs to. This you need to do.
And that's got nothing to do. Time Cop doesn't have that.
It does. Yeah, it's in reverse.
No, it doesn't.
It does. These are the big criminals. This is what they've done in the
Yeah, but
future.
it's not.
This is what you have to prevent them from doing in this.
No,
Yes.
they're time cops. They are going into the past and stopping people from creating crimes and fraud or whatever to make them rich in the present. They're not going into the future and saying, "Oh, these characters are going to do stuff," and then arresting.
That's what happens at the end.
No, it doesn't.
It does. That's the reason why it's getting hunted down.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
That is not what
I'm a
happens.
Jean-Claude Van Damme fanatic.
Well,
I know
you
what.
should be ashamed of yourself because you don't understand Time Cop.
I do. I do understand Time Cop. You don't understand Time Cop.
Of course I understand Time Cop.
You do.
I understand everything.
You do. You do, yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Now watch it again. Because
You watch
clearly
it
don't.
again. Every time you tell me to watch something again, you're always the one that's wrong.
Bro, just watch Time Cop again. I mean, what do you have to lose?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Nothing.
Watch it again.
I will watch it again, but not because you said so. Because I like that film.
Fair
You
enough.
need to watch it again because you don't understand what the fuck's going on.
No, you need to watch it again because you don't know what the fuck's going on.
Of course I do.
Huh?
I just explained it to you.
No, you never.
Yes, I did.
You never.
Yes, I did.
You're
What
saying
did I
about
miss
the
out?
fraud. You're saying about the fraud thing. That's a minor element of it all.
No, that's what the time cops were created for. It's not a minor thing. You know that could like destabilize the financial economic standings of the whole country. You can't be like, oh, it's a minor thing. Shut up.
Minor thing,
No, it's not.
It's a minor thing.
No, it is not. That's the whole reason time cops exist.
Fine. Anyway, so in regards to
It's
that,
a bit like time cop.
well,
slap yourself,
it is.
bro.
It is, bro.
No, it isn't.
It is.
It's nothing like time cop.
It is. Minority Report has similarities to Time Cop.
No, it doesn't.
It does, bro.
No, it doesn't, and neither does See You Yesterday.
See, yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
It does, bro. So it does.
No, it doesn't.
It does. But anyway, See You Yesterday.
The only thing that's similar is there's time travel.
That's it.
That's it.
That's what you need to know.
No, it's no.
Yeah. So See You Yesterday seems okay.
It doesn't seem okay.
It doesn't seem great. I'm not fully on board. Only because it's kids. Any film with time traveling kids, it's just annoying.
What about Project whatever it was? That was alright. Project Almanac.
That's what I'm saying. It's annoying. I'm not saying it's great.
No one said it was annoying.
It was.
Did you even see it?
Project Almanac.
Yeah. The answer's no.
I'm pretty sure I have. I'm pretty sure I have.
You can't be trusted.
I'm pretty sure I
This
have.
is why you can't be trusted.
Okay, which one? Project Almanac, is that the one where they go into prehistoric past?
No.
Is that the one where they go into the 50s?
No.
60s?
Also no. You have not seen this film.
Probably have.
And it's not like Time Cop.
You sure it's not like Time Cop?
Yes.
I know. Is it like Back to the Future?
The only similarities it has with those films is there's time travel.
Okay, fine. I'm willing to accept that. Speaking of stuff that I'm willing to accept, mailbag.
Mailbag? It's not mailbag time yet.
Yeah, it is.
What about this?
The See Yesterday.
Hobbs and Shaw trailer.
I've done this already. It's trash.
It's good.
It's not, bruv.
It's good.
It's not.
What is your problem?
It's just.
Why do you hate
It's
life?
just. I don't hate life. I just don't see the point of this film.
But it's about La Familia.
It's not about La Familia.
It is about La. See, you don't even understand the trailer you're watching. Of course, it's about La Familia.
No, it's about one man. It's
got
about
Shaw's
one man
sister
and
in it.
yeah, it's about one man and his sister,
Yeah.
and then Rock and his whole Ras Clark village.
Exactly, La Familia, and
It's not La
and
Familia.
Shaw's mum is in it as well.
It just seems
La
meh.
Familia.
It's just meh. I don't care for these people. Like, there's no like bond that I have. Like in regards to Hobbs and Shaw, because I don't watch Fast and Furious.
You don't have to watch Fast and Furious to enjoy Hobbs and Shaw.
By looks of things, no, but it does kind of come across like Fern Gully, bruv.
Fern Gully, are you high?
Bruv, it comes across as Fern
You're
Gully.
drunk. You're drunk. You're just naming films and saying they like each other when they're clearly not.
Fern Gully is where they go into, like, big old corporation goes into a forest
Yeah.
and tries to take it over. Meanwhile, the fairies are trying to protect them.
Yeah.
This one,
Well, you forgot about the guy who is the forester who ends up with the fairies.
yeah, because he gets, yeah, exactly. So basically, Fern Gully is Avatar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Those films are the same.
Yeah,
Hobbs and Shaw is not fucking Fern Gully.
it's Avatar, bruv.
No, it's not.
It's so like that, bruv.
No, it's not. Who's trying to deforest anything?
Well, this guy.
It's got nothing to do with any of that shit. Well, he's a lumberjack now.
Yeah, he's a lumberjack.
He's trying to take over half the rainforest, and the Rock's family lives there. And they have to defend the thing. But where does Shaw come into it? Oh, well, his sister
It's a fairy.
His sister found out about the plot, and she was planning to tell the Rock, but then she got in trouble, and she had to call her brother and the Rock at the same time, and that's why Hobbs and Shaw are working together.
Just ridiculous.
It's ridiculous because I just made that shit up based on what you're saying.
But that's exactly what happens.
You're saying.
That's exactly what happens.
No, it isn't.
Exactly what happens.
No.
Like, basically, she gets into some trouble, and then the Rock takes him back to the Samoan Islands. That's it. That's the whole film, bruv.
That is not the whole film.
The whole film is that, bruv.
There's lots of bits in between before that happens.
There's a little bit of shenanigans in some form of city. She gets taken from the city, protected from the Black Superman, and then put into this village. This village is then going to have one last stand where they fight one Idris Elba, and they'll probably win, I guess, because...
Are you forgetting he's got superpowers?
Of course, I told you, Bionic Brixton, bro.
No, stop calling him that.
Bionic Brixton is going to be that guy. So, it is what it is. Would I would have preferred Idris Elba playing this Bionic Brixton character in another film? Probably yes. Do I appreciate the plot between Hobbs and Shaw and their family and their dynamics of family? Probably not. Only because I don't give a fuck about these characters. But in saying that, in regards to his sister's played by a fairly hot actress who can sort of fight, which is okay. In regards to Shaw's family, or Hobbs, whatever his name is, his whole thing is, how can I put it? His whole thing in regards to the whole lineup is that his family are filled with like former wrestlers and sort of like people that are
One person.
no, two. Actually, it's three.
Who?
I think it's like I think it's like his younger brothers and stuff like that, or his older brothers.
Name them.
Rikishi and
Rikishi's not in it.
he is. I saw him in the trailer, bruv.
Lie.
Rikishi's in the trailer.
Oh, lying son of a bitch.
Not, bruv. Rikishi and one of the headbangers or the head shrinkers. Head shrinkers? Yeah. Plays one of the older guys. So yeah. Boom. Yeah, bro. I mean, not that it's a bad thing. I mean, it's good that all these actors are getting gigs. It's just the whole plot is just annoying, bruv.
No, look. It's a good action film with very good interplay between the two main characters.
I doubt it. I very much doubt it. I haven't watched this film yet, but I can just imagine it being very static and bland.
You're going to get a reputation for
Static
being wrong.
and bland.
For being wrong about one film
This
every year.
feels as exciting as a flowered flavoured pizza.
Last year, you was wrong about Venom.
I wasn't.
This year, you're wrong about Hobbs and Shaw.
I'm not. Hobbs and Shaw is just trash.
Look, why don't you just admit you was wrong about Venom?
I wasn't wrong.
that film was garbage.
I said both films are going to be garbage.
No, you didn't.
I did. I specifically said both of these films are trash. Your freaking proposal doesn't make a goddamn bit of sense. I am out. I am out.
You didn't say that either.
Hence the reason why we didn't have no forfeit or any form of zany scheme that you had planned, Mr. Redacted. Where you wanted me to like walk around with a silly hat.
You didn't have the nutsicles to put your money where your mouth
No,
is.
because I believe both films are going to be trash. It's a
but
losing bet.
It's not about.
It is.
It's not about.
It is.
No, it's not about.
So is.
It's not about.
It's about winning.
What film is not trash? It's about.
It is. No. Which
film is better than the other film?
No, which film is going to be the most trash?
Fine, if you want to put it that way.
As well as, which film is less trash than the other. But both films were trash.
It was objectively Venom. Venom was the worst film.
Both made near enough the same amount of money. So it's like,
no one believes you when you start talking about money because you start making shit up.
I'm not.
Like when you started making shit up about the X-Men.
I was right about the X-Men as well.
No, you was not. No, you was not.
I was.
No, the only thing that saved you is that no one could be bothered to look up whether what the shit you made up was right or not.
Bruv, it was right.
No, it wasn't.
They averaged 200 and 150 million per film.
Yeah.
The average cost of making these films were around about 70 to around about 160 per film.
Okay.
They made less money on those films than the Avengers 1 and just the Avengers. Avengers alone.
Was it sure now? Are you sure now?
Yeah, I've done the research. I'm very cool.
You've not done the research.
I have. I did it last week. I did it last week just because I was gonna touch on it, but then I thought, nah, that's just overkill. I'll destroy Redacted.
Oh, please,
Would
please,
not be fair.
Please,
not be fair, sir.
That has nothing to do with destroying.
It is. Your mind was already blown.
It was blown. It was blown that you actually did some work.
Exactly. And what am I supposed to do? Confirm facts. Confirming facts would just it'll fuck up your whole flex.
It wouldn't fuck me up.
It would.
Nah, man. It would. Alright, I'll be fine.
Gorillas all beating their chest.
It'll be fine.
Oh dear. So
Krypton season 2 trailer.
I didn't bother.
Why not? I think it looks alright.
I mean, it's gonna be okay, but from what I've been reading, it's got too many mains in it. So that's the one thing that sort of always puts me in alarm bell mode.
No, but it depends how it's done.
Yeah, definitely. The one hangs in the background.
Obviously, Zod's probably going to be an ongoing. Doomsday might be a couple of episodes, maybe.
But Doomsday as well is too much.
No, but that. What you're saying is
I'm not saying it's got to be shit. I'm just
saying.
No,
but you're saying too many villains.
Yeah.
A season of The Flash, how many villains does that have?
No,
almost one every episode.
Mains.
Yeah, but you don't know their mains.
Well, this is it.
What makes them main villains? Lobo's only going to turn up for a couple of episodes. He's not going to be on the whole thing.
Yeah, but it's either
Brainiac's probably going to be a background thing. He's probably not going to do actually anything in this series.
Yeah, probably next season. But then it's one of those ones where, whereas I like the whole concept of Krypton. I've got an attachment to it. I watched the first 2 episodes of season 1 and I was like, okay, I get it. Normal super people, great sort of thing. But yeah, ultimately,
super people.
Yeah. So what would the planet of Krypton, which is basically filled with Kryptonians, be like? It will just be normal because they've got red sun, so it's just whatevs. And they've got flying cars and shit.
What? How are they super people?
They're not. That's the thing. They're only super when they go into yellow sun territory, innit? So normal super people. That's what we're watching.
Making sense.
It's basically a soap opera plot for
making sense.
aliens. That's what I'm saying. I'm not on board for that reason. I mean, don't get it twisted. I appreciate the characters, the character development.
You know.
I do. I just don't think it's exciting to see Superman as a normal person. It's like Superman 2, I just didn't enjoy.
Well, you don't see Superman as a normal person.
Well, super Kryptonian as a normal person. That's what it amounts down to.
I'll skip past that.
Yeah, it's just not interesting. Krypton, at the moment, anyway. I mean, like, it's exciting enough to warrant sort of like a following, but in regards to it being, you know, well, I can put it a series for me to get behind, and a series like for me to like concentrate, you know, 45% of my life to. Nah.
45% of your life ain't high.
No, I'm just saying in regards to like Game of Thrones, which at the moment is consuming 45% of my life. Like me, in regards to me, sort of like listening.
How is
and
it?
watching.
You've not watched it.
I haven't watched it, but
Exactly.
I've read everything about it because I've been trying to watch other things because I find it rude when Game of Thrones.
That's the dumb way around.
No, because
it is. Why would you read about it when you can watch it?
I don't know.
That makes no sense.
The main reason why is because when you watch it, for me, Game of Thrones, that's the whole experience. Whereas, you know, when you're reading about something, it's just all bullshit, as it were. Yeah, you'll hear say gossip and rumour until you actually watch it.
Okay, you're drunk.
I'm not. You're drunk. You're so drunk.
You don't even make any sense.
Bruv, I am. Hearsay, gossip and rumour until you watch it yourself. How does that make sense?
Then just watch it. Like, why aren't you watching it?
I'm not. I'm watching it tonight.
What you told me is you'd rather read bullshit and then watch it afterwards. Like that makes no sense. I'd rather skip the bullshit and actually watch the show. And then you're talking about you don't want to waste your life watching something.
No, but basically
you're wasting your life watching
every single time Game of Thrones comes out, I become obsessed when I start watching it, and everything else goes to the sideline. So I prefer to do a lot of the stuff that I would do before I sit down and watch Game of Thrones. Like, take for example, last time Game of Thrones was on, I was meant to move house, and I got distracted and watched the whole of the series. 4, I believe. No, is it 5 or 6? It'll be 7. So I watched all of season 7 before I moved all my stuff, and I was delayed by 1 day. That's what Game of Thrones done to me last year. Last time it was out, so that's what 2 years ago.
So it's season 6.
I think so. This is 7. Season 7. It's 8 now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would have been 7.
Why? That doesn't make any sense.
It does. Basically, Game of Thrones, when I start watching it, becomes too much of a distraction. Hence the reason why I'm distracting myself with just teasing myself bits.
All of season 6 before you watch 7.
No, I watched all of 7
in 1 day.
Yeah.
So you didn't watch it when it was coming out.
I watched it as it was coming out.
Then how did you watch all of it in 1 day?
Because I didn't watch season 6. So I had to watch season 6 in order to watch season 7.
That's what I said. That is exactly what I said. So you watched all of season 6. That's what I'm saying. You're drunk.
No, you're drunk. You're drunk.
You're just chatting crap.
So, what are you chatting crap, bruv? You're chatting crap.
What? You're not even realising it.
Bruv, you're not realising it. You just want me to chat crap so it makes you feel better.
Bruv. Why would it make me feel better?
I don't know.
You're derailing the show with your fucking fraff talk.
What do you mean, bro?
With your drunkenness.
I'm not drunk. You're drunk. You're drunk. You're drunk, you better
derailing the show. Let's just end this.
No, let's mailbag.
What?
Mailbag!
That's what I was going to say. Let's end this by taking a letter or mailbag or whatever from our number 1 fan, Mr. Jared Leto for life.
For God's sake.
So, Mr. For Life, he would like to know, what do we think about John Cena in Suicide Squad?
I hope he gets murked first.
Why?
Because he's better in Transformers than he is in Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad is the redundant platform for his star potential.
How would you know?
Because I've seen the Marine and he's really shit in that, and then I watched Transformers and he's really good in that, or Bumblebee.
No, but you said he's better in Transformers, which I guess you meant Bumblebee, than he's in Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad's not out yet. So
No. Suicide Squad has had its time. It should not be made again. Personally, Although I do respect the fact that James Gunn...
doesn't make any sense.
No, it does. Suicide Squad...
did you enjoy Bumblebee?
Yeah, I thought it was okay.
So you enjoyed it?
Yeah.
So they should have made that film, or they should have not made that film?
They should have made that film.
Even though they had so many shit films before it?
No, it's completely different because it looks completely different.
Why is it different?
Because you can
but
shit.
You don't know what Suicide Squad's going to look like because
I
they
don't.
haven't made it yet.
I don't.
Then why are you saying they shouldn't have another chance at making it?
Because it's with a Marvel director.
It's a drug.
No, because it's with a Marvel director. It's only going to be. It's going to be as good as a Marvel film because of James Gunn. And then when James Gunn gets pissed off with DC and he leaves, you're going to be left with a Suicide Squad 3 that's so shit, and you're going to have a Guardians of the Galaxy film that's going to be fucking amazing. So, you know, that's my point on that.
You're drunk.
You're drunk, bro. You're so drunk.
You're drunk.
I'm buzzed. I'm not drunk.
No, like, there's no reason why they shouldn't have another shot at it. Like, yes, there was a misstep.
He said misstep about Suicide Squad 1. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Bruv, it's more, like, how can I put it? If you was to compare it to, like, a blundering step, right? A blundering step, it'll be more of a case of somebody falling down a whole flight of steps versus somebody just tripping over their shoelace. That's what Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad is a whole floor, and yeah, fucking the other one is just.
I disagree, based on Oscar and a whole bunch of money. So like you can't really say it was that much of a big. It was the tripping over your shoelace.
It wasn't a shoelace.
Yeah,
it wasn't a shoelace, bro.
It was because it's
not the shoelace.
The only thing it doesn't have is the critical acclaim. Like it's got fan love, and it's got.
You know what?
It's got money and Oscars.
You know what? I want to meet every single fan, every single fan of Suicide Squad, so I can hit him in the mouth.
You're so drunk.
If you are a fan of Suicide Squad, I will gladly hit you in the mouth with your permission. Gladly. Gladly. You can get a bloody nose on the house from Shunt.
This drunkard, violent talk.
I'm not violent. You're violent. You're violent and you're drunk. Nah, but seriously, Suicide Squad, John Cena, don't think it's really a good fit. The only reason why is because of the whole PG weird stuff that WWE does, and it kind of sort of like, how can I put it? He can't make the most of it, if that makes sense.
Why not? The Marine's not a PG film.
Yeah, but it kind of falls in line with him being a soldier at the time.
It doesn't matter. It's not PG. So
well, it depends. I mean, which character is he playing in Suicide Squad?
I heard Peacemaker.
I mean, if you said Flag, then yeah. But
no, I think Joel Kinnaman's coming back as Flag.
This is going to be a disgusting mess.
Why?
It's got old, new, and it's not good.
No, it's just got old. I mean, there is new, but like no one is being recast. There's nothing.
Apart from Deadshot. Deadshot's not.
No, we said weeks ago that Deadshot's not being recast. Idris Elba was playing a different character. I mean, yeah, Idris Elba was playing a different character.
Ugh.
What?
Ugh.
What?
So Will Smith's always going to be Deadshot.
Oh yeah, so.
Ugh. Such a waste.
Doesn't make
Such a waste, bruv.
What's the difference? Doesn't make
it's a waste.
They can always recast later if they want, but just at this moment.
After Gemini Man, they're fucked, bruv. They are fucked after Gemini Man. If the Gemini Man comes out and that shit flops hard, they're stuck with Will Smith as Deadshot for life. For life.
You're such a drunken idiot,
bruv. I'm not a drunken idiot. I'm a drunken genius. Fucking hell, for life. Bad boy. Bad boy in the motherfucker, bruv. All day.
They always have the option.
They don't.
Shut the fuck up.
For when you bring back Margot Robbie, for when you bring back all the other ones, for when you have this shit ass fucking Margot Robbie Birds of Prey thing, which only took 2 months to wrap, it's gonna be a hot fucking mess. The only thing that's gonna be a saving grace of this film is James Gunn's wit and humour, which he couldn't get if he had fucking Will Smith on the fucking cast. You know why? Because Will Smith jokes are shit. Hence the reason why that Gemini joke did not land the way it should have.
It wasn't a joke.
That's the worst thing. That's the thing.
He didn't write the lines.
He does. He does write the lines. Because you can't, like, coincidence aside, bruv, right?
I feel like I'm talking to a drunken uncle.
I am a drunken uncle. All the jokes aside, though, in regards to Will Smith, it's the way he delivers the line. It's a shit line, but it's the way he delivers that particular shit line.
There's no
Wallaby, some kind of Suicide Squad?
Oh, that line.
Oh. So, because I'm a black man, I gotta be dressed in black still. Men in Black. You know how it is. We bad boys for life. Bad Boys 2. I Am Legend. There's a lot of fucking shit lines. After Earth. What's the other one? Fear. That Fear line. Oh god, I just want to hit him in the mouth. But yeah. It's a hot mess, bruv. Like, just don't. I mean, like, the worst thing about it, I get it, it's probably his contract or some bullshit that says I want to deliver all the shit lines myself, because that's what I do as an actor. And yeah, that's gonna be me. So if you got any really shit lines, give them to me, because I'm Will Smith. I used to be the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
No.
I was somebody important.
Look,
Go.
those lines, in particular, I'm talking about the thing. I think you made up some of the other ones.
No,
but in
I
particular,
haven't. He said those lines. What's the other one? Jim West, Desperado.
That is not in the
film.
film.
Yeah, you don't want nada.
That is in the music video. Shut the fuck up.
And the film has got the soundtrack in it, so it's
what?
In the film still.
See, now I'm even more convinced you made it up.
No.
So I'm talking specifically about the Gemini Man line and the Suicide Squad. Those lines.
There's a lot of lines.
Those lines.
I think there's one in Independence.
Are
Welcome to Earth. Yeah, no, that's
badass.
I think that was like another one that was shit. There's a couple of them. iRobot. There's another one. Yeah, like I can't remember. I think it's like.
Messed up my Converse, bitch.
Oh yeah, that's it. It's like,
I just made that up. So there.
But he probably did say that.
No, he didn't. Anyway, those lines are irredeemable. Like, there's nothing you can do as an actor.
Can I ask the internet something?
As a person.
Can you compile a video for me that has all of the worst Will Smith lines? Wait, you know what? I reckon it already exists. And this is what I'm going to find out now. I'm going to go on YouTube in real time. This isn't going to be edited or anything. I'm just going to go on YouTube. Yeah. Will Smith, worst lines.
I'm going to edit the shit out.
I'm not. Will Smith, worst... Oh, shit. Worst acting, worst moment, worst song, worst movie. Which one should I go for, internet? Yeah, worst moments. Here we go. Oh, God, here we go. Nightmare interview. Oh, the After Earth one. Oh, God. Bloody hell. All of it is really, really shit. Most of it's After Earth, to be fair. So, it's not like a compilation.
There you go.
So, the internet, can you please compile a short video of Will Smith delivering the worst lines? And, yeah. I'll be happy.
Don't do it. He's drunk. He'll forget about it in the morning.
I won't.
Anyway. Those lines are irredeemable. There is nothing you can do to save those lines.
Siri, set a reminder for worst lines in the morning.
They are shit on paper.
Okay, I'll remind you.
This is what Siri is basically saved. Save those lamps, Siri. Set a reminder for West Lions in the morning. I don't even know what Leon's is, bruv.
So you're drunk. This is what you're saying.
Sure you want to delete this reminder?
Yes, because you got it wrong.
See, that wouldn't happen if it was Google.
I reckon it'll be worse. No, it wouldn't.
Yeah, those lines are irredeemable. They're shit on paper. They're shit when you say it out loud. There's nothing you can do to save those lines.
Oh, shit.
They shouldn't be in the film.
My Will Smith rant went on a bit too long. What What's that fucking question that Jared Joker for Life actually wanted?
It was about John Cena. What do we think about John Cena in Suicide Squad?
Ah, it's fine. It's fine.
Is it? Because you complained about it 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, but...
Drunk.
I'm fine. I'm fine about John Cena being in it. Look, because I had to remind myself about Will Smith and what he did to the whole company in other films. It's fine.
You didn't have to do that.
Okay, I chose to do it. I'm an emotional wreck. What can I say?
Sorry.
No, I'm not apologising to Will Smith. Fuck you. You
To
apologise.
me! To me! Fuck! Who gives a fuck about Will Smith?
I'm done. Nah, it depends. I mean, like, I apologise if I've caused you any offence, Mr. Redacted. I mean it with the utmost respect. That if I have offended you, I apologise.
Drunken liar.
I'm not a drunken liar. I never lie when I'm drunk. Never lie. Can't be asked. It's too much effort. It's too much brain chemical jumping around stuff. Anyway, I'm going to go on with my one. My one was...
I actually have one.
Yeah, it's fairly good.
What, after you said, oh, we're not doing it anymore?
No, I said, should we do it? You said, yeah. Because technically it's the 50th episode, so we are literally passing the baton, as it were.
Don't like it at all.
You'll be fine. And on top of that, Redacted is going to be editing his first episode, and it's going to be this one. It's going to be fucking amazing. Especially with me being so drunk. Gold. You've got gold right now.
Uptick.
Gold.
Uptick in the production value.
Oh yeah, I'm taking the...
Following this episode.
Lies.
Following this episode.
So yeah. But yeah, so in regards to my question is, what book... actually from Mr. Lipperswitz, sorry, my bad. Mrs. Lipperswitz is actually... Mrs. Lipperswitz. I'm not sure if he's gone through a procedure or if it's his wife, but we're just going to assume it's okay either way. Mrs. Lipperswitz has asked us, what book has changed your life? Starting with you, Redacted. Yeah, I reckon it's his wife because he did add an and why, so he's usually...
Or they realise that's not on.
Maybe.
It's a violation of the...
I don't know, because none of the episodes have gone up. None of the episodes have gone up for like a couple of weeks, so it's only going to be like 2 per week. So I don't think it is the case. I mean, how would he know that we're complaining if it's like, you know, if he hasn't heard it?
That's too much peeking behind the curtain.
That's pure Minority Report there, bruv. So yeah, what's your favourite book? And why?
My favourite book. Or what book has changed my life?
Yeah.
It's two different
Your
questions. It's two different questions.
Okay, so you answer her question, which is your favourite book, and then you tell us what your favourite book that has changed your life. So two questions. Why not? Let's go now.
No, there's only one question.
No, one from her and then one for me, you motherfucker.
Fuck you. You don't deserve no questions answered.
Well, you don't. You're asking me a question in order about the question, and I said, fine, just answer both. And you're like, no, I only want to answer one. Fucking contrarian as fuck, bruv. Webs.
The Wu Manual.
The Wu Manual. As in, the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yes.
Mine's a lot better than that. J.R. Tolkien in The
Are you
Hobbit.
fucking judging my book trace?
Because
Like,
it's
just
shit,
fuck
bruv.
yourself.
It's shit, bruv.
Fuck you, bruv.
Man's quoting 1990 whatever material as his life's best work. Bruv, you've grown since then. You must have a better book than the Wu Manual. Or Enter the 36 Chambers bullshit. Come on.
It's very insightful.
That wasn't insightful. I read that
Yes,
same
it-
book.
Yes, it was. It led me to other books.
What, protect your neck?
It led me to other...
By protecting your neck, you've been
not a
able to... Yeah, it's just one of the lines in there.
Yeah, but it's not a fucking book, is it?
Gravel pit.
Well, fuck you, bruv.
Sorry, I'm drunk and I'm an arsehole. But yeah, Hobbit.
An arsehole when you're sober.
I know. I'm like...
How the fuck has The Hobbit changed your life?
Hobbit changed my life because I didn't realise that was the end of the journey. But it's technically the beginning of the journey. So, Huh?
What is?
The Hobbit.
It's the beginning of the journey.
No. It's the beginning of the journey, but it's written after the end of the journey. It's basically Lord of the Rings.
It came out first.
It didn't.
Yes, it did. The book came out first.
Lord of the Rings, the book came out first. Then The Hobbit was released as a prequel. Oh yes, sir. Oh yes.
Let me embarrass you on TV.
Do it, bruv. What came out first, Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit? Book-wise. That's the reason why it's done the way it's done. Otherwise, what they would have done, if it was the films, is that they would have released The Hobbit first, or made The Hobbit films first, and then they would have done the fucking Lord of the Rings after.
No, they made the Lord of the Rings first because it was a more interesting book to make.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
A lot more happens in The Hobbit than it does in the Lord of the Rings.
No, it doesn't.
No, bruv. You got to look at the volumes, right? Lord of the Rings.
The Hobbit is one thin book.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
But a lot more happens in it.
No, it doesn't. It's one thin book. How can more happen in it?
Bruv, it's a mad thing. It's a mad thing. I ain't gonna argue it.
Bruv, you need to sort yourself out.
You sort yourself out, bro. Like, he goes and he finds a fucking underground lair. He finds the Ring of Sauron. He fights a dragon. He saves a village. He wins. That's the Hobbit. Whereas with the Lord of the Rings, he walks around with a ring, trying to drop it in a volcano, but he doesn't know he has to drop it in a volcano. Meanwhile, he's getting hunted down by a couple peeps.
In your face! In your face! In your face! Told you I embarrassed you on TV.
No, do it. No.
The Hobbit came out in 1937. Lord of the Rings came out in 1954. Motherfucker. Unless there's time travel.
It's time
in
travel.
your face!
Time travel.
In your face!
It's probably just the edition.
Told you. In your face.
No. The Hobbit came out after.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. This is
Yes,
the
it is.
ramblings of a drunken man.
The Hobbit came out
No, it didn't.
after Lord of the Rings. Although the Lord of the Rings had several books and its completion was in 1957. However...
No, that's when the first one came out.
No. That's its completion. J.R. Tolkien is a hella old, bro. And you'll know this when Tolkien, the film, comes
I
out.
won't because I'm not watching it.
I'm watching it just for this point.
Not watching it.
I'm watching
that
it.
film was boring as hell.
It does. it looks like 3 books worth of boring.
And no, I'm not.
And you got the beast.
Fake beast.
Fake beast.
Fake beast.
Not close to grammar, but fake beast.
Fake ass beast in there. You can only be beast for like 2 minutes.
And isn't he a zombie as well? Ain't he the zombie?
Yeah, he is.
He's a zombie and
Warm
Warm
bodies.
Bodies, yeah.
Fuck that dude.
Yeah, he's okay though. I like him in Warm
And
Bodies.
he's about a boy. Fuck that dude.
Yeah, he is.
Actually, no offense, but also fuck you, man.
That's terrible. You're very cheap and very petty.
No, yeah, I am. I am. If you're gonna be beast, be beast. Don't be like, oh, I'll commit to beast for a short amount of time, but also I want you to see my face. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, slow.
You can see Kelsey Grammer being like, oh, I'm gonna be the beast, but I'm also gonna have a magic beast antidote that I could just like.
Yeah, but that's in the comic, bruv.
You.
That's in the comic.
No, it isn't.
It is.
No, it isn't.
He kills himself 3 times.
No, he doesn't.
He does.
No, he doesn't.
He does.
He made himself worse.
Yeah.
And then after that, he's just different versions of Beast. He transforms and he ends up being like the Cat Beast. Then he transforms. I think he was the Cat Beast, and then he was like the Ape Beast, or it was the other way around.
Yeah.
But like that was just a natural transformation. That wasn't like he tried to kill himself again. And also, like, that is the fucking pathos of the Beast. Like, he's this really intelligent guy trapped in this, like, really, like, a beast body. Like, it's not, like, his body does not match his brains. Like, his body can't always do the things that he needs to do as an intelligent person.
Nah, it's the opposite. I mean, like, he has brains, intelligence, and he has physical prowess.
Yeah.
So he's technically the perfect human being. However, he doesn't like his appearance.
He doesn't look like a human being.
No, but that's what I'm saying. He doesn't like his appearance.
Then he's not perfect.
Yeah,
And also, like, people are scared of him, and like, like whatever. Like, he doesn't look like an
He doesn't look like a stupid person either.
No, not really, but he doesn't look like a person.
He does. He wears glasses.
So?
And you can assume he's intelligent if he's wearing
So
glasses.
if you put glasses on your fucking cat, you think he looks like an intelligent person?
Yes, Mr. Pickles look very intelligent.
No.
Increases IQ by 25%.
Also no.
You then start to be able to speak.
And then no.
Actually, that reminds me of an episode in Love, Death and Robots. Talking cats with thumbs, bruv. That's what I'm saying.
No one cares about that.
Yeah, they do.
Anyway, as I was saying, like, that's the beast thing. Like, if he could just be a human anytime he wants, then what's the fucking point? What is the fucking point?
Why
what is
would
the fuck in point of you and your stupid X-Men movies? Fucking Bryan Singer and the other stupid dude, I can't remember his name at the moment.
You're drunk.
Simon Kinberg, fuck that dude as well.
You're drunk.
Fuck that dude and his shit version of the X-Men. I'm glad you're dead. I'm glad you're dead.
Oh.
Fuck your franchise. Fuck Dark Phoenix. Fuck Dark Mutants or whatever the fuck that shit's called. It got pushed back again. That shit's never coming out. That film is never coming out.
You're drunk, Redacted.
I'm not.
You are, bro.
That film's gonna come out quietly on the network.
No, I ain't gonna come on the network, bro.
They're not even gonna put it on there. It is, man.
It's so bad it'll be on Amazon Prime. It'll be on Amazon Prime, bro.
It'll be on Apple TV, bro.
No. Apple TV will refuse, bro. It's just gonna be Amazon Prime on the low key, like 4 years after it's meant to have been out.
Fine, because Amazon want to turn that down.
Yeah. Okay, we'll make money from it. It's fine.
Yeah, they don't care. They're just turn it.
It's horrible.
Thank you for that.
Alright. Anything else?
That's it, man.
Yeah.
Sick of your drunken self.
I'm sick of your drunken self.
Insulting people for no reason.
You're salty, bro.
Especially Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw could eat their own backsides, bro. They could eat their own backsides in a Stratham upon Johnson experience, bro.
It's unnecessary.
They could eat each other's backsides like the human centipede of a film that is.
If they wanted to, that would be okay. But that's not what that film's about.
What, human centipede?
No.
Hobbs and
Hobbs
Shaw.
and Shaw.
It is, bro. It's about how much can things suck. All will be revealed in Hobbs and Shaw of Fatal Fury. Actually, not in Fatal Fury. Fast and Furious. Hobbs and Shaw. All will be revealed.
That's not even funny.
It was the original one, but then I realised Fatal Fury is that thing with like Terry Bogard and Andy Go. It's a fine game. Yeah, whatever. I'm tired.
Alright, end it.
You end it, bro.
You end it.
Technically, no, you have to end it because it's like your show afterwards.
What happened to the 50%?
This is my 50%. I'm telling you what to.
50% was like 3 things.
What do you mean 50%? I've done more than 3 things.
What 3 things?
We'll count it back afterwards, but I'm pretty sure I've done. I'm trying to put this into a 3-hour show. It's long, bro.
That's you and your nonsense.
It's you, bro.
That's you and your nonsense. Look how long you've been ranting on about nonsense.
What do you mean nonsense? It's not me, it's you. Yeah. Well, I think that's enough anyway.
It is way too much.
But yeah, next episode may well take even longer than these ones because Redacted has to edit this shit.
I'm going to edit this down into 5 minutes, bro.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, Hobbs and Shaw is great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep this.
I'm gonna use that sound clip.
What were your jokes?
Huh?
What were your jokes?
What jokes? No, when you just said Hobbs and Shaw is great.
No, it's shit.
That is
bro.
what I'm gonna use.
Hobbs and Shaw for me is just gonna be fucking terrible.
Too late. I've already got the clip of you saying it great, so I'm just gonna use that.
Remember, I meant to teach you how to put this on. I'm not gonna incorporate myself.
Huh?
You're crazy. Anyway, yeah.
Just do it when you're not looking, bro.
If I do it when I'm not looking, because I'm always looking. Always watching. Dum 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 dum.
Alright, end it. Stop doing extra shit.
I'm not doing extra shit. I'm done. Nice. Bye.